So over the last few years, we've had several incidents, whether it was an ice jam or leaks in our second floor, the second story roof, which was a metal roof. The first floor was shingles. In addition to the leaks, one of the issues that we had with the original roof here is that this is a multi-use building. We have different entities within it, and the entity that inhabited the top space was routinely complaining of the loudness of storms or any kind of weather hitting that metal roof. My name's Cody, and we recently contracted with Romans Roofing for the replacement of the roof on our commercial building here in Winfield. This was a big project for us. It was the original roof, about 30 years old, and at the end of the day, we made the decision that we needed to do the full replacement, and Romans Roofing was right there to help. One of the best parts about working with Romans Roofing on this project was the fact that prior to any installation or any of the work being done, we conducted a pre-construction conference. And so this was a situation where the representatives from Romans Roofing came out, met with us, the other inhabitants of the building here, and we worked through some of those more unique pieces. Different ventilations for the different bathrooms and the kitchenette that's upstairs, and things that frankly weren't done right when the building was initially constructed, that Romans Roofing really advised us to detail and take care of, and we're really happy that we did so. When we conducted our bid process, we received several bids in response, and as we adjudicated them, one of the things that really stood out to us was simply just the detail and the level of transparency within the bid that came from Romans Roofing. Everything from describing the quality of the products that was going to be used, the level of services that was going to be provided, as well as the warranties that would then follow those services. And ultimately, they presented the strongest overall package, and that's why we chose them as the winning bid. In addition to the transparency and just the level of service, I would be remiss not to talk about how Romans Roofing was incredibly cost-effective for us. They were very responsive in their bid, and they provided us very fair quotes that were, honestly, in my opinion, better than the regular market price. So when we say the phrase lowest responsive bidder, what we mean by that is that they're the lowest cost that fully meets with the requests that we have within our bid. So in other words, they were the lowest responding bidder that met every piece of what we needed to accomplish in this project. And again, we really appreciated that, because going back to what we said a few minutes ago, is that other folks may have provided a bid that looked fine, the price may have even been lower, but if there wasn't enough detail in there, how could we be sure we were getting the price that matches the level of service we needed? So once the project got started, it was pretty much off to the races. Angelo, the team, Rob included, were great. One of the best aspects about working with Romans Roofing is because this is a multi-use facility and there's daily traffic, we really appreciated that they were able to keep the building open for public use so that all of the entities that operate out of this building can continue their regular day-to-day operations. And ultimately, everything was able to be addressed very easily in a very professional manner. And so we really appreciated that too, because that, again, I just think just aided in the overall expedited process that we had here to get this done, which I appreciated. Overall, I think the biggest win that we had in working with Romans Roofing was, again, the price, the transparency, the level of detail, but we also appreciated the fact that we were able to put money back into our community. We liked that we were able to work with a local organization, a local business, and that the folks that were running the company, working for the company, lived right here in our community. And so it was a good collaborative working relationship, and it was something I would definitely do again. At the end of the day, I feel most assured because of the relationship that stems from this project. Beyond the price, beyond the level of detail and the transparency throughout the project, I know that should something happen, I can call Angelo and Romans Roofing, and they have a 2-year workmanship warranty, and then they also have the additional product level warranties. And that's very comforting. As somebody who manages a very large commercial building with multiple entities, we want to know the project was done right. And I'm here to tell you today that when you hire Romans Roofing, the project will get done right.